Hey guys, Orly here from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the Topo Designs Apex Global Travel Bag 30 litre. In this review, we have sectioned it off into summary, features, fit check, comfortability. We'll see how it feels on the female body. We'll pack up the bag to see what we can get into it. We'll do an airline test, water test, and run through some pros and cons. And of course, if there is anything that we have missed that you'd like to know about this backpack, then just pop a sweet comment below and we'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced at $249 US and it is made up of recycled nylon. The dimensions are 12.5 by 20 by 7 in inches. And as mentioned, it is a 30 litre and it can expand to 35 litres when fully packed here. You can get it in the pond blue or you can get it in the pond black. In terms of the shipping style, it's definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I do like the fact that it can sit up by itself, which is really nice for a travel backpack. Depending on what you have in there, because it's going to fall forward, you can get a little bit of a wiggle room and it will kind of sit up. I like the fact that you can max it out and it has that flexibility too, and also that it has that weather resistant to it and it can be placed in those rugged environments where you're not having to worry about cleaning it all the time. The style is different. I like the fact that it is made out with recycled materials. That is definitely a bonus, but it's just going to be preference. This isn't going to be everyone's kind of cup of tea for a travel backpack. Topo Design do offer a repair program, so basically instead of giving you a completely new backpack, they will see if you are eligible for that repair and kind of repair it rather than replacing it, which is great for kind of keeping with that sustainability as well. They also offer returns and international shipping. One of my favorite backpacks from them is the Rover Classic. I highly recommend checking out that full review. It is just, look at the colors in that. Stunning. I don't even know if you can see it past this. No, you can't. You're just pointing to thinner. There. Gorgeous. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. So we've got some branding here on the front, and if you do implement that other strap here, then you have it on there as well. This is the mode that you can carry it in if you want to over your shoulder, and that is detachable and you can attach it to the front kind of D-hook here. And that is well padded, well cushioned. It actually has external loopholes, but this just helps kind of create a better fit. If you did want to attach anything there, you could. And then kind of keeping on to the exterior and the external features here. When it's not packed out, as you can see, it is pretty flat. Now on the side here, you do have this handle, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it kind of goes in line with the whole weather resistance of the whole kind of backpack here. And then you've got the similar style here on the top as well, and also on the other side too. All the zips are coated, which absolute bonus for me. They have all these custom colors too. You've got little external loopholes as well to attach to the bag. You have outer hardware here for you to again extend to this backpack too. You have points here all over the backpack. If you have external straps, then again you can add and expand to this bag, keeping it quite minimal here as it's just kind of clean back, but you can definitely add on if you want to. So you do have two side compartments that are pretty stretchy here, which is nice. We are going to pack up the bag so you will be able to see what you can get into it. You've got that on both sides as well. So starting off with this front pocket here. This is swing the bag around on this side kind of style. In here is where you will find your ever so tiny key tether lash here. As you can see, there isn't much material to it, but at least they've given a pop of color in there. It's not bright in the inside. I wish there was like the kind of white in there just to give it that pop of color. That pocket runs right here. And inside you have two zipped pockets. I probably could have done without those, like just to use that whole space, because they are quite, one pocket runs that way and another pocket runs that way, so you can still use them pockets. Like that'd be nice to kind of place your phone in there and know that it is kind of hidden and discreet. I don't know if it's going to pick up or let me show you. That is the two pockets there. And as mentioned, they're running both down and that way. Really easy clean material as well, so that is handy to note. We are going to open this up. It runs right down. Again, would have loved some bright interior in here. This is a lot of space for you if you wanted to. I've got a 12-inch laptop. just to give you an idea of the space. You could fit an electronic in there if you wanted. It's got these 2 pockets. They're quite flimsy, you know, nothing special about them, but they do the job if you want some organization. I probably would have just preferred one big pocket because then I don't really have smaller items to fit in there, if that makes sense. Then you've got a little pillar here. And then that is that space, that pocket. Give you an idea. The 12-inch fits in lovely there as well. Just if you did have electronics, it's good to note of the space. And then that is the rest there as well. This is well padded too. Just being careful what you have in there. It's all going to compress in. Let's take her to the back. Again, chunky dunky zips. Now, if you are someone who really doesn't, you know, is not fussed on organization, then this is super ideal because it's quite minimal in that. You've got just all that space there for you to play with and pack it up how you wish. And then you've got 2 zip compartments here that are meshed, which is nice to kind of create some organization. Say you had stuff that you wanted to grab from the top and you didn't want to open up that whole opening here, then you can grab your stuff that you need from here. That is nice. Or you can just kind of, if you are taking this away with you, that can be like your underwear, electronics, all that. You're going to pack it up so you'll be able to see. Again, just space, really easy, clean material there. Then moving on to the back here, different style of material. It's that kind of hair and dust magnet material. You've got these 2 straps. What I can appreciate is these load lifters because that just helps with the overall fit. You've got loopholes here to add to the bag. You've got 2 D-hooks. Then you've got your sternum strap that you can adjust by taking it off and putting it through one of the loops to adjust to your own fit. This clip here, this is really, really durable. Like that. It's lovely. Then you do have your hip belt that you can tie in really tight and use those dangle stoppers and have it like that. I don't really use the hip belt. I just find that I didn't need it. It would have been nice if you could tuck that in behind there if it wasn't in use, but you can detach them through this system here and never see it again if you didn't want to, or you can keep it flat like that. But that might for you be discomfort if that's digging into your back, but I've never really noticed it, to be fair. Then there isn't like a lot of padding here on the back system. It's just plain, there's no air ventilation either. You've got your luggage slip that goes here. You've got padding here on the straps though. We'll get more into that in the fit check. These are quite rough too, rough and ready. Would have been nice to see some padding or air ventilation here, especially for like a travel-y bag. Then you can detach your straps and tuck them away and implement that other strap if you wanted to. You've got this system here. You just push it and take them off and tuck them in the back. Then on the side, this is where you can place in your laptop here. You could try and fit a 16-inch in there. I think up till about 15. And then up till about 11 and a half. We've got the 14-inch. Because of that strap, you kind of have to maneuver it like that. Wish it was a bit brighter. You still have a little bit of space. If you angle it, you can get it in a bit better. When you have the hip belt implemented, it's a bit awkward to get that zip fully down. But that is the space in there. I would opt to, it's all right for the padding, but I probably opt to pad up your laptop if you can get a cover on there and get the laptop in as well. Okay, let's pack her on up. One jumper, 2 clothing, packing cube if you're wondering. That is from level 8. I've got makeup and stuff in this one. Do you think that could fit? Tuck her like that. Charger in this one. My camera and tripod. Press that down. You still have a lot of flexibility with this one, which is nice. 12-inch in there. Pockets are pretty useless when you put in your laptop in there. Can I get you in? I don't use the key like lash in there. It's just too tiny for me, so I just shove things in here. Got that. Passport. Keys. Ideally my phone would go in there too. Tight space. Laptop, umbrella. Kind of compromises the side handles, just being aware of that. And then 500 mil. And that is that all packed up. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, and see how this feels on the female body. implement how you want that kind of fit. I'm going to do it without the hip belt at the minute just to kind of show you what it is like. This is what it's like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". The straps are really tough, but they're not uncomfortable because they kind of curve. It's not sore, or maybe because I have a jumper on. If that was off, then that might be sore in terms of rubbing, but usually I wear jumpers and stuff, so you're fine with that. But if you are wearing a thinner top, just being aware of that. The sternum strap you can take off and adjust it yourself. Plenty of material. Maybe could have done with a wee bit more the lower you're kind of going there, or when you go higher obviously you're going to have a bit more material. That is fine. Let's implement the sternum or the hip belt. So I don't really opt to use the kind of hip belt here, waist belt at this stage, just because I don't feel like I need it. It doesn't get overly heavy, but it is there to add to that kind of comfort and that experience, especially with the load lifters. You've got your sternum strap and everything, so it all complements well. You can of course detach that if you don't want to use it. You've got the dangle stoppers there too, so it's not all flapping about. I think the overall fit is actually really comfortable. You do feel what there is of the kind of back padding on your back as well, so that's not too bad, but it could get very hot behind there. So for a wee airline test, this is the requirements for EasyJet. Oh, it's just the strap getting stuck. Hang on. You are grand, I would say. The only thing is that front pocket when you are expanding it up just might be a little bit of a risk, but I would advise going to the shop, getting a bag and shoving everything in that if you are worried. But because of the flexibility, you can shove that bad boy in. For the water test, absolutely love it. It's great. Grand. Everything's coated, so you really don't have to worry. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros is definitely the material, the water weather resistance. I love that. Another pro is the simplicity of the backpack and the way that you can just pack it up yourself. That kind of comes with a con because it is so simplistic. I feel like they could have done more with the moments that they do have organization in there as well. And also I would have loved some bright interior too. Whilst the zips are really chunky as well, you could probably fit a lock through there, but I would have just loved lockable zips and going with the anti-theft too. And now I'm kind of switching between pros and cons because I forgot to mention that I do love the fact that they have implemented load lifters. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then want to consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander over on their website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any other bags, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.